Good morning. Welcome to Reading the Science of Mind in 1 year. I'm Reverend Rafe, Senior Minister and Spiritual Leader of the Center for Spiritual Living Common Ground in Central Maryland. Today is May 21st. And so let's get started with listening to our reading for the day. And we will share what comes alive listening to that, and we'll go from there. Okay, here we go.
Reading for May 21st Science of Mind, A Philosophy, a Faith, a Way of Life by Ernest Holmes. Reading from page 207, paragraph 3, through page 208, paragraph 1, using inclusive language.
No sensation in treatments. It is sometimes thought that in giving or receiving a treatment, one must experience some physical sensation. A patient sometimes says after receiving a treatment, "I felt nothing unusual during the treatment." It is not necessary that the patient feel anything unusual. There is no particular sensation which accompanies a treatment. Neither is it necessary that the practitioner should feel anything other than the truth of the words they speak. When we plant a seed in the ground, we do not have a great sensation, and it is not probable that the soil has any. But the seed planted in the creative soil will, nevertheless, produce a plant. What is true on one plane is true on all. Know what you are doing just as definitely as the gardener does. It is the person who knows what they are doing who gets results. Sometimes people who are being treated, as well as the practitioner, feel a great sense of peace or elation, a vibration of light. Such a treatment, if it could be seen, might appear as light. People often do have a sense of light during a treatment, but it is not at all necessary that either the practitioner or the patient should experience any sensation out of the ordinary during a treatment. The practitioner does not work themselves up into an emotional state. While it is true that the treatment is creative, it is also true that whatever feeling there is must be an effect and not a cause. It must be the result of a conviction.
Alrighty, short and sweet. Um, Good morning, Gail. We are sensational beings. How's that for a way to start your morning? You are sensational. And what we're recognizing by that is that we sense things, right? We have five senses, six if you count the intuitive, that interestingly enough, we make like something unusual when it's our most basic sense. Um, and so we know we're alive based on our sensations. I mean, let's look at amusement parks and carnivals and haunted houses. Right? Our sense of excitement helps us feel very much alive in our physical bodies. So we create things that scare the bejabbers out of us so that we feel alive. Right? You know, on a roller coaster, boom. And on some level, it terrifies us, yet we love it because it makes us feel alive. We have this sensation of aliveness. All Holmes is pointing out in this section is that it's the last sentence really sums up the whole thing. While it is true that the treatment is creative, it is also true that whatever feeling there is must be an effect, not a cause. Right? That's the second to the last sentence. So our sensations are effects. They're not cause. Cause is that invisible, immeasurable substance that we're all made of. It's the energy, the quantum field, whatever label we put on it. It is the thing that is creating the sensation. That's cause. And cause is more accurately, for me, understood as substance. Because in our human language, cause tends to be equated with fault. And that tends to be equated with blame. Now, if we take blame off of it, that connection of responsibility works. Um, and we can do that differently, right? We can use different language that is different in our bodies, that we experience differently because we think of it differently. Ultimately, all we're talking about here are thoughts. Um, I will offer you this in the human level. Just a reminder of TFUA. Our thoughts create our feelings. Our feelings create our urges. Our urges create our actions. Our actions repeated create our habits, which habits repeated become automated, and that's our life. And while there are sensations involved in that, the sensation often becomes dulled the more automated our habits get. I think it's not required that we have sensations from the treatment. What I personally have noticed is that I have a lot of sensation when I endeavor to change my thinking. And the sensation isn't even about changing my thinking, it's what happens when I do think something different because my thoughts create my feelings. And so when I choose to think differently, I feel differently. And when I feel differently, I have different urges. Right? So on two levels, I'm experiencing different sensations. And some of them I like, and some of them I dislike. And so while there's no sensation required in treatment, just know that there may be the effect of sensation following treatment, especially if it works, right? If we really do have that level of conviction, then our treatments have equal power. They have the power of our conviction, really, because I can say all the words I want, and if I don't believe any of them, they have no power. What has power is what I'm believing back of it all. Um, and that you will have the effect of that. Thank goodness. That's how it works, right? That's the exciting part of all this, that everything we're experiencing is thought based. We are the only thinker in our mind. It is the one thing that we have divine providence over, is what we think. Viktor Frankl comes to mind, that even in the concentration camp, under the hellish conditions that man lived, he recognized and found salvation in the recognition that they could not control his thinking. They could control his body, they could control his movement, they could control his food. They could not control his mind. And by golly, if he can manage that, I can manage whatever's going on here on planet Earth. And he is one of my go-tos. That we get to we get to choose whether we own that we're choosing our thoughts or not. That's a whole different conversation. We are, and some of us get it, and some of us don't want to get it, and that's okay. Just know that the power of your treatment is based on your belief in it, not what you feel giving it. Don't get fooled into thinking if you didn't have a sensational biological experience that the treatment didn't have power. That's not true. We all kind of move through the world differently. Some of us have a lot of sensations, and some of us, yeah. And there's lots of biological reasons for that. So you don't even need to compare notes on that. Just do you. Just do you. And if you are excitable, then by golly, be excitable. And if you're just kind of take it as it comes, don't get too excited about much of anything, then do that. Just believe what you're speaking in the treatment. Really make sure you believe it. And if not, then keep treating until you do believe it. Right? That's the trick. If you're doing treatment and you don't believe what you're treating for, find that disbelief and work on treating that until you do believe, and then go back to what you were treating for. Right? It's always revealing opportunities, always, and we do get to change. So right now, we're going to change. We're going to go into our time of meditation and contemplation. It's just 5 minutes of practice being present with whatever it is. Don't try to make anything happen. Don't try to push anything away. Just be present. The common thread through all of the teachings, conviction. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for that, Gail. All right. Here we go. in this moment, in this place, I remember that there is only one power everywhere present, one nameless, changeless substance, that all of life, but whatever name we know it, it is all of life. It is this house that I live in, the room that I'm sitting in. It is this technology that we're using. And it is me. And it is you. Individualized. Expanding its experience of itself as every individualized expression of its creation. Known by many, many names, I simply choose to reference it as it, having no gender and all genders, having no particular faith roots and being all faith roots. It simply is, and I simply am that. Made out of it by it, so that it can experience and expand itself as me. Expand its experience of itself. Being pure energy, it can never be depleted nor increased. It can simply be amplified. An experience of an eternal being becomes equally eternal. So I am that. I am a portal of its experience, of its expansion, of its infinite possibility in form. And being made out of it, I contain it. And so the very power of the creative process lives, moves, and has its being, has residence, has operation as me. So every thought, every belief, creative at the level of conviction, I hold of each idea and belief. Each and every one creative because it is a divine idea in the mind of the infinite within me. That is the power that lives within this human wrapper. It is the gift inside. And it is knowing what I am that better empowers my intentionality. And so I speak my word that I am intentional, that I am purposeful, that I speak my word in awareness, that I am moving consciousness into activity, into becoming that thing that I believe, that thing which I have conviction in. So I am careful and intentional and purposeful in cleaning up my convictions, in examining and being conscious, intentional, in choosing what I hold on to, where I invest my attention. Purposeful, knowing that every thought is creative. I am purposeful, and I am grateful. I am grateful that what I speak for myself, I speak for all because there's only one. Making it available, that the word of the infinite speaking through me moves itself, and that the activity within the creative process that I call law has already acted upon the word spoken. Law because it operates in a lawful way that simply responds exactly the same no matter who uses it, no matter how it's used. Yes is the only response. So knowing it's already complete, I really can allow that sensation of gratitude to inform the human me that it is done. And in so informing the human me, it reminds me to let go of any thought, any doubt, any hesitation that would in any way impede or negate the full manifestation of the word spoken. I let it all go and I remember that it's already done. Ashe. Shalom. Aho. Amen. Amen. And so it is. Namaste.